By the way, lads, we are here filming this London Spirit special.
Can I have another chair?
Which is out. What do you mean?
Well, because I haven't got a place to put my foot. Can I pinch your chair?
You nick that one. Yeah, so we're here to do a 100 special London Spirit, but because of the McCullum news,
swinging around like a little.
We've dived in to do a show about the head test coach. So we're here to do London Spirit, obviously, promote the 100, which we will do in next week's show, but we had to jump in and do a show on what's happening in English cricket. You've got a nice chair now. Where should we start? I mean, let's start here at Lord's. Women's Test match last week, did you watch it?
Yeah.
37,000, well over 37,000 came through the gates.
Good numbers.
Record numbers.
Yeah.
Winning the toss and bowling. I'm not too sure that was the right way to go in the heat.
I think it did show a little bit that the ladies hadn't played a lot of Test cricket with that, but they don't.
But India played well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so India played a good game.
Yeah, they did indeed.
You know, well, I think sometimes in English cricket we kind of, 4 days after the T20 World Cup final, I know that's not easy.
Yeah, no.
But India's not been playing the longer format of the game, but they adapted and played great. So
yeah,
England just performed poorly.
They did.
They didn't play well.
Yeah. India bowled really well with the slope, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
What's England's recent record?
Well, not great.
It's not
great. I mean, they got to the World T20 final, which was a good effort, but let's be honest, Australia are just a completely different force. They're an incredible team. Dominated the game.
I was hearing, I think you might have said it, Mike. Are they the best team in the world at anything?
Well, in any sport.
Yeah.
I would say Australian women's cricket team possibly are. I mean, they win everything, don't they?
Yeah.
No one can catch them. I mean, South Africa won New Zealand, wasn't it, T20 World Cup a couple of times ago. And I reckon that's when England missed out. There was a couple of tournaments that Australia didn't win and England missed out then. And now Australia back on track.
Yeah.
Good luck.
To get back to that toss in the Test match, where did that come from?
I don't know. 30 odd degrees. You've got Sophie Eccleston, your trump card in those conditions, so you'd want to give her a little bit of rough.
Lord's can turn. Does turn.
And you decide to bowl first.
Yeah.
Against India, they've got some good spinners.
Yeah.
And play spin quite nicely. So
yeah, might have got that one wrong.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
No, it was. I think the women's team they've got better, haven't they? Charlotte Edwards has done a good job.
Yes.
They have got better, but there's still a long way to go. Yeah. Right, who wants to start? Before we get started, I'd like to thank our partners Betfair. So just hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Enjoy the show.
It's a mess.
The only person that's had the overriding backing from the CEO long term has been Rob Key. Mm-hmm. No one envisaged what happened to Ben Stokes. No one at the start of the summer would have sat around the table and gone, do you know what, I think Ben Stokes will be gone by the end of the new season. No one saw that coming.
No. If Stokes would have gone out there and got 250 and we'd have knocked them off and we would have won 2-1, would Baz McCullum have been sacked?
No.
No, there'd have been a reset. The reset has happened.
I don't know one pundit that after that Test defeat at Trent Bridge supported Baz McCullum carrying on. I didn't see anybody. What does it take for you to run English cricket?
25 million.
What? Come on.
Flower lost his last series 5-0.
Who was captain?
Move on.
I loved every minute of it.
Baz McCullum.
Quite weak.
Quiet.
What's been going on? Quite late toughers. You've been in Spain, or you've been?
How's it going to unravel? Because it's pretty much wrapped up at the minute that we're at a loss as to what's going to happen.
Has it become any clearer?
No. It's become even more complicated.
I think so, a little bit, hasn't it?
And also the reset, which they spoke quite a lot about. Surely in the reset plan wasn't we'll get rid of our coach and captain. Well, by the end of the New Zealand side, we won't have a coach and we won't have a captain. That can't have been in any reset plan.
Was it? And after that series against New Zealand could have easily lost 3-0, really. But then, as you say, was it was it because the reset wasn't obvious that there wasn't a reset like that last afternoon at Trent Bridge? Was that the reason? I mean, anyone can lose a game of cricket, but as you say, we've reset, we've done this. Okay, we've lost the game. We've lost.
Richard Gould did an interview when
so
it was
the way
announced.
We lost.
Yeah, the CEO, he's saying the results haven't been good enough, so they had to make the change. But I would say that if you look back at the last 6 months, so England lost the Ashes, January the 8th?
Well,
around that was the time to make the change then. By carrying on, it's created a load of chaos.
Yeah, a little bit more.
No one envisaged what happened to Ben Stokes. No one at the start of the summer would have sat around the table and gone, do you know what, I think Ben Stokes will be gone by the end of the New Zealand. No one saw that coming.
No.
So that's obviously been something that they couldn't kind of
factor in,
envisage happening. But they must have also known that on January the 8th, having lost the Ashes and the Test team have not performed brilliantly for a while, New Zealand at home, round the table, if you're saying, look, we're going to stay with the same management group up to the next Ashes series, which is next summer, surely you sit around and go, by the way, if it goes wrong against New Zealand, we've got to be strong. We've got to carry on. So that New Zealand series, we've now lost our captain, our best player, or player that gives us balance. And now we've got rid of the coach.
Yeah. So you're saying the delay has confused it even more?
Oh, massively.
So was it the performance against New Zealand or the method of the performance?
I think that method on the Sunday afternoon at Trent Bridge was the final straw for many. For many, there's been murmurings for a while that people would fancy a different coach, but I felt on that Sunday and then going into the Monday. There wasn't many pundits that were protecting Baz McCullum as a Test match coach after seeing what we saw at Trent Bridge. There wasn't many. I didn't see many stand up and say, Baz is the person to take English cricket forward in the Test arena. If there was someone, can you name them? Because I didn't hear anybody say that.
So where do the players sit in all this? Are they powerful, strong? Do they have a voice?
I think the players love him.
Yeah, they do. Of course they do.
I think they absolutely adore him. And this is a kind of, where do you sit on that? Because clearly the players, Harry Brook, he came out with a comment yesterday actually. I think he said Baz McCullum has done a phenomenal job in Test cricket.
But he's still
now, a phenomenal job. He's won 27, lost 20 and had 2 draws in his 49 Test matches as an England coach. Now, losing 20 out of 49, I guess what he means by phenomenal is giving the players the enjoyment of playing cricket, I'm guessing, because the results aren't there.
But he's still involved, so there's not one, I've never seen a player ever slag off the coach who's still got a job, because he's the head of the white ball, so he's going to back him up.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, phenomenal is a strong word. Saying, look, I've enjoyed working under Baz McCullum is a different kind of saying to a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Well, one thing, credit where it's due, England go to number 1 in T20.
Yeah.
So,
but in the 50 over game, Phil, since 2023, the World Cup, we've won 10 out of 30. Under Baz McCullum in 50 over cricket, we've won 6 out of 19.
Do you think that T20's just confused it by beating India's side, which has confused it because they won 4-0? And I've got to get onto India a little bit. Didn't we pick 4 sides, or someone picked us 4 sides that that no side could touch? Yeah. And the side that came over got absolutely thumped.
Yeah, they didn't play well, did they?
Is that confused? Is that confused?
You've had coaches, and I've been a coach. Do you know, after 4 years, you've just run out of steam a bit? And it needs a change, it needs a freshen up. Yeah. There's no mistake, when McCullum came into that job,
First 2 years were great.
The cricket was fabulous.
Great.
Exciting. I'm going back to Jimmy Anderson saying this is great, this is an elder statesman. I'm loving it, I'm rejuvenated.
Johnny Bairstow.
And you run out of steam a bit.
Yeah, but the only thing I'll say about the first 2 years, which it was spectacular at times, beating New Zealand away from home, it's a good series. Winning in Pakistan, again, it's a really good series victory, but it's not the Pakistan of the 90s. You're always judged, and Brendon himself has got a load of quotes here that I might get onto in a bit, but marquee Test series as an England player is India and Australia, and we've come well short.
It's a lovely thing for him to say that, and I apologise for not being able to do that. So the confusion is what we're talking about, is that he retains his job as the white ball coach. So a new Test match coach is going to come in and have to work sort of alongside him, I would think.
Well, you're a part.
Does he have to work alongside him?
Yeah, of course you do, because you've got to talk to. You've got a group of say 30 England players, right?
Right.
You're the white ball coach.
Oh yes.
Alistair's the test coach. Surely you can't go through. Oh, Marcus North is our chairman. We'll go through Marcus. Surely you've got to discuss, because Alistair as the test coach is going to say, I want these players for my series, and you're going to go, but I want the same players for my white ball series,
which is starting one day after.
You can't. And what I'll say about England winning in the T20 series against India, brilliant, and India played poorly, but these bilateral series now are becoming less and less important. They're almost like just exhibition games. India are a juggernaut that go, we'll blood our young. So next T20 World Cup, what's that, in 2 years? Mm-hmm. The next 50 over World Cup's next September, October. India arrived with their juggernaut for the 50 overs. Yeah. We threw out our juggernaut for the T20s.
Well, they had to,
because they had to win. So it was a little bit about men against boys, really. So I don't look at these bilateral series as much as I used to, particularly in white ball cricket.
They need to be linked as an overall package, just to give them some meaning.
Mm. Well, then how does we're all going on about Andy Flower. How does then Andy Flower, and you were talking about yin and yang the other day, Mike, and yang. How does then Andy Flower, who you would think...
He's the hot favourite.
Yeah, but he wouldn't necessarily be a good sort of fit with Baz, would he?
No, but this is my confusion with it all at the minute, is that, Baz McCullum came in as the Test match coach. Yeah. Matthew Mott was the one-day coach. Matthew Mott won as a T20 World Cup.
All the players love McCullum.
All the players love McCullum and his methods, so they kind of went back to the one day, this is too serious. So the 50 over World Cup defence in India 23 was a poor defence.
Yes.
So after that there was pressure. We then go to the Caribbean for a T20 World Cup. We got to the semi-final. Mott loses his job. At the start of 25, Baz gets all the job. Yeah. So he gets the test and the one days. We didn't win a game in the Champions Trophy under Baz in 50 over cricket. Our T20 team has done what our T20 team has done for a while now. Yeah. And you've got to judge, because we have a T20 World Cup pretty much every 2 years, and that's what you're judged on. It's like leading up to an Ashes series, that's what you judge on as a coach. We got to the semi-final in India, but we've got to the last 5 T20 semi-finals, whoever's been the coach. So do we judge our coaches or coach on T20 cricket? You have to judge them in some way, but it's the overall package that we have to look at.
It's a mess. It's a mess because I'll tell you why it's a mess, in my very unhumble opinion, is the best sides I've been part of, whether that's for Essex or for England, whatever, had a direction to go in and a goal to get there. That's how we started off under Andy Flower in 2000 when he took over. And then Trevor Bayliss came, we had a way of playing how we wanted to play and a goal to get there. And we worked towards it. What we've got now is nothing. I can't see how anyone does that at the minute. There's too many.
Too many moving parts.
There's too many moving parts, and it's messy. Yeah. And it just feels a mess, and we keep using that word, and I just do not know.
The only person that's had the overriding backing from the CEO long term has been Rob Key. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who's made all these appointments. And he's, I'm guessing, going to be in charge of the next appointment.
He is, yeah. Richard Gould has said that he will lead.
So Rob Key will then be put in place, as his job is, Director of English Cricket, to appoint the Test match coach, who will be coming in to work with Baz McCullum, the white ball coach, and we know that the relationship that Baz and Kesey has. I think it's now a real mess. It's messier now than if you'd have just said, look, Baz McCullum carries on. Him and Harry go till the end of the Ashes, we'll see how it works out. Yeah, or the other way around would be Baz out the way and we're starting afresh now with new coaches. I just think it's messier now. Trying to appoint a Test match coach.
What's the solution then? If it's messy, what is the solution? Because we're now looking for a coach and a captain.
Stick to Cricket is brought to you by Betfair. You know Andy Flower probably better than any of us around the table. Do you see Andy Flower giving up Royal Challengers Bangalore?
Why?
Are you happy to accept as all of us as ex-England players that, we criticised a player for not playing a Test match against New Zealand, and the administrators have to answer the question of why we're putting a test match so close to the end of the IPL. That's for another day. But, are we happy for potentially our test match coach, if it is Andy Flower, to not be there for a test match?
I just don't.
No,
I don't see.
You don't want that?
No, I don't want that.
I don't I like to say knowing Andy, but I haven't obviously worked with him for a few years now, is that if he's in a job, he is in it properly. The one thing I know Andy, he won't just do a job half-heartedly. So if he's doing the Bangalore job, and he's obviously done an amazing job, and where was he before? He was
at
Lucknow.
I think they finished third,
and took a team from the bottom. He would have thrown everything into that. And if he wants to carry on that success at RCB, he's not just turning up the day before the IPL starts. He's putting that work in, I'm pretty sure, months before. Yeah. So I don't think you can do both of them to your potential. I don't think you can. There's too much cricket to be
let's be honest, he's doing the 100 ball with the London Spirit.
Yeah. But he's not just turning up tomorrow.
The test series against Pakistan, I think, is 4 days after the final. Yeah. So let's be honest, Andy Flower, white ball cricket, you got to fancy that the Spirit will go quite far in this year's 100. So say they get to the final, and say they're going to appoint, and he's only got 3 days to work with his team before the test match against Pakistan starts.
I can't see him doing that, because I think he wants to be thorough.
He's not available, is he?
No, I don't think he's available.
Well, he is available.
Well, he is, but otherwise he'll have to then, I reckon, have to completely shelve all the other commitments.
I think so.
But surely, if you're going to sack someone, I mean, you've been in that position.
Being sacked?
Well, yes. No, but what I'm saying is, if you're the director of English cricket or the CEO, if you're going to manoeuvre Baz McCullum out the way, right, and you know it's happening, it happens in football. Let's be honest. You can't tell me that you've not rung a few people before you're sacking someone to just throw the kind of. You send it out there, don't you?
Sort of. It was a lovely way to leave the job through Ian McLaren, Lord McLaren, and he was lovely.
What do you mean lovely?
He was so nice. He wasn't sacked. I think we need to change. Which is not. And then
it's a lovely way to go.
It was lovely.
Let's have a glass
of wine. And would you like to carry on? And unfortunately, we don't see it that way. And so I finished there, and in 10 minutes, I'd signed for Sky. Right. So, it all happened very quickly, and it was all very nice.
But Sky contacted you before you were sacked?
Yeah, they were.
This is my point.
That's it.
Do you think, like Rob Key, Richard Gould, over the course of the last 2 weeks, they knew that they were going to get rid of Baz McCullum?
We'd hope.
And
I don't think they did.
Well, you're telling me they've sacked Baz McCullum and they've got no contingency.
Well, hold on then. Well, why then on the reset, was it just that the way that's what I was talking to about earlier. Was it just because of the way they played against New Zealand, that they're then, you know what I mean?
I think it was the fallout.
So if England, it was the fallout. I don't necessarily reckon they were thinking.
No, but
they weren't thinking like that. They weren't thinking like that, because if England had beaten New Zealand, everything would have been all right.
Correct. But this is my point. At the end of the New Zealand Test series, they've lost the fallout, right? They then go and start playing T20 cricket, and they started to win. Right, they started to win, and they've won 4-0. So they're the number one T20 team in the world in the rankings.
Yeah.
So they've gone to the top of the table.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, in that period
of to the T20.
Yeah, in that period of 2 weeks,
can we get him back?
If you're getting rid of Baz McCullum, and you know it's coming, and maybe they were trying to leave it till the end of the series, right? Maybe they were leaving it to the end of the series. But surely, if you know you're getting rid of someone, you've got to put the feelers out there.
I don't think they did know it was coming though, because the whole chat was before New Zealand is that we're having a reset and we're going to go on. If England win that series 2-1, the reset would have begun. I reckon.
Well, they'd play better for a start.
Well, no. So there you go. So the way it panned out very quickly.
No, but that's what I'm saying. In the last 2 weeks,
is that right?
The last 2 weeks, it's happened really quickly. Yeah. But in that 2 weeks before you sack your coach, surely because look, it was leaked because an Australian journalist got it. And then there was an embargo, 2:00 Sunday afternoon. I think there was a bit of a fallout from obviously the women's test. They know it shouldn't have come out. But if a journalist in Australia is ringing the ECB saying, by the way, I'm doing a story that Baz McCullum's going to be sacked, they then have to get something out, don't they, to make sure that they're on the front foot. But I think they were waiting until the end of this series if they were going to do it. So if they knew they were going to, this is my point, if they knew they were going to do it, surely you just, before you do it,
Well, you'd have to.
you'd have to ring, look, are you available?
Yeah.
Well,
Who's available?
Richard Gould has boxed clever and said that we have 10 applicants, 2 from this country, 3 from that country. So there would have been
Betfair odds.
overtures.
Let's hear the odds. Let's hear the odds.
Betfair odds.
Betfair.
Can I just say one quick
8
question?
to 11,
Yeah,
Andy
do.
Flower.
Can I just say one quick question? If Stokesy would have gone out there and got 250 and we'd have knocked them off, and we would have won 2-1,
There'd have been a reset.
would Baz McCullum have been sacked?
No.
No, there'd have been
No.
a reset. The reset has happened.
So how then did they know then?
And they've lost Ben.
I don't think they did know then.
No, I don't.
I think it's been in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I think the
But
fall-
they've been-
I think
But they've been winning.
I think the fallout from that test loss
Yeah.
and the car crash of that Sunday afternoon, which
And the
was a
anger.
shocker,
And the anger from the
I
fans.
think
Pushed it a
Well, as
lot.
I said before, I don't know one pundit that after that test defeat at Trent Bridge supported Baz McCullum carrying on. I didn't see anybody.
Lee,
supporting
give us
that.
the odds.
Sorry, Mike.
Justin Langer 3-1.
Oh, JL, that would be a change.
Stephen Fleming 4-1.
Like Flem.
He's a big mate at McCullum's, isn't he?
Yes.
So they could work
Apparently
together.
they sell lamb into India together. McCullum and Fleming. You could be involved.
I'm not involved.
No, but you could be if they're selling lamb into India.
I'll
They
get
could
them
sell
all
your
then.
lamb into India.
Okay.
Apparently
Oh,
it's quite
let's get
expensive.
them.
Love a lamb chop. Love a
Yeah.
Barnsley chop.
Yeah.
Both ends.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't,
But you like
I'm
a
not-
both double ender?
Get a bag of lamb.
Hit and miss.
Come on, I carry 9-2 Gareth Batty. Jonathan Trott, your
Yeah.
man, at 6-1.
My man.
Yeah, he's a good mate of yours.
Yeah.
6-1. There's no Richard Dawson on the Betfair odds.
Andrew Flintoff.
20-1 Richard Dawson.
Darren Lehmann.
20-1. And I know you've said it off. I like your idea.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
I do. I think you've come up with a smart idea. I do.
Well done, Toffers. Where
Because
did you get your research from?
When I was talking to him in Australia for ABC,
Okay.
he's in contact with he's Northants coach.
Yeah.
So that was part of the reset, wasn't it? Be in contact
To talk to
with
the
the
counties.
counties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I look at Lehmann and think, oh, he's,
Well, you played with him, Mike.
he's a genius.
Genius.
Oh, brilliant.
Genius.
And I think he's a very, very good coach. I mean,
Yeah, just watch him operate with Northants. Just watch him. I watch
think
a lot of counties.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
watch
he's, and I'd tell you who I'd bring in next to him if you wanted to kind of. Richard Dawson is an outstanding English coach.
Yeah.
And if you want the senior pro, because I'll
Number
tell you
two.
what I'd find hard is if, say, Richard Dawson is the next best in terms of coming through our system, giving him the test role now. With everything that's happened would be, that's a tough
Yeah,
ask.
yeah.
But putting a Lehmann next to him,
I'm
and
I'm all for a 1 and 2.
Yeah.
1 and a 2, just learning the
you've
ropes.
got like Eddie Howe
Yeah.
with Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to be Moisey coming over after Sir Alex, do you?
No,
You don't-
I think if it's Andy Flower, Stephen Fleming, full of experience, I think they'll be absolutely fine running the test team. If it's a younger coach that's not got that experience and you've still got Baz with the white, I think that's going to be car crash.
That's the bit which you have to get right, isn't it? Knowing Flower, could he work with McCullum and not have total say in everything? I couldn't see that.
Do you see? You're right. So could you see a way out for English cricket would be Lehmann and a Dawson to run the test team for a year,
Well, that's what.
like an interim. You know,
That's when Tuffers.
Caretaker.
interim.
That's why
Interim,
Tuffers.
not caretaker.
That's when
Up to the
where
end of the
Tuffers got his
Ashes.
ideas from. But I think for a year until the Ashes, because I think if it goes badly wrong for a young English coach, which both Batty, with Dawson,
Anthony McGrath in that mix as well. He's
Max
doing a
is
good
there.
job.
I
at
just
Yorkshire.
think it's too hard. I think the media won't. For some reason, the respect of a senior overseas coach, for whatever reason, tends to be easy. Gets a slightly better
drama
ride.
of Lehmann coaching England next summer.
But I mean, with all the same.
If it were me, I would have a very experienced guy at the top with an up-and-coming, well-respected young kid, if it's Dawson, alongside him. And if it was somebody like Andy Flower, he would impart knowledge onto a younger coach because he likes coaching and he want that guy to get better.
But they have to be.
Or I'll throw another one in. Right, I would. English cricket's got a few quid. They've spent a load of money in the last few years, and you could argue a bit of money's been wasted on stuff. Why not go and say to Andy Flower, I know he's got 2 more years at RCB. What does it take for you to run English cricket?
25 million.
What? No. Come on. What would it take
I know
Andy,
the
for
mess
you
you're
to
in.
give up RCB to
How
give up
does he
London
get?
Spirit.
How do you get out of a contract?
Well, yeah,
It's all negotiation, isn't it? There's ways and means.
They'd have to
It
pay.
happens in all sport.
to
But
pay
I'm
them
saying
out.
if the ECB want the best,
Well, they had to pay LCB out, wouldn't they?
And they would
'cause
play,
ironically,
they would
and-
play hardball. He's
Well,
the
yeah,
best.
he's the best. Why would you get rid of
Why
him?
do you want to get rid of
They
him?
don't
if
care
you
about
want the
English
best, it's going to cost. Andy Flower in the last few years, in particular, he's been probably the best white ball coach in the world.
Can you?
So why wouldn't you want him to run the whole operation? And I think
I what?
he's
Give him
right.
the whole kit and
Well,
caboodle.
that's what I'm saying. You go to Andy Flower and say, Andy, what does it take to get you to control English cricket?
But then he would then bring Mo Bo back with him.
And I'd be more than happy
Yeah,
with that.
I think
what
they-
does it take to get the best two operators in world cricket to run our
It's
game?
just how much.
And under that, you have Richard Dawson who comes into the system.
And hang on, that Rob Key thinks Mo Bobat is sensational,
Well, yeah.
and he's left
But,
to
but
do
Mo Bobat
fantastic.
and Rob Key
The same
can't be in
job.
the same room.
Right.
So,
As a job, yeah, they do the same
yeah,
thing.
look, if you want the best in the business, you go and get
What?
a
And
check.
just give him the. There you go.
What's it?
No, is
look,
that
at
the
least have
enticement?
at least have the conversation. What would it take to get you interested in running English cricket?
Wow, there you go.
He might just turn around. I'm happy doing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
No, I think that, and
I'm doing the London Spirit. I have no interest in coming back to English cricket.
Absolutely, been there, done that.
Yeah, he said, why would I put myself through all that stress? What is he, 58?
Yeah.
Why
Why
would
would
he?
you?
won a T20 World
another
Cup,
coach
won
not
the Ashes
mentioned.
3
is
times.
Yeah, all we could do really
Peter
is
Moores.
fail.
He's as-
Third time round, would you have him?
Andy Flower's done it before. Peter Moores is a well-respected
The only
coach.
difference is Andy got England to number one in the world and won a T20 World Cup in
And 3 Ashes.
And 3 Ashes. Peter, I think he's a wonderful coach. And there's somewhere in English cricket that I know he's at knots that I don't think we've quite got the best out of Peter Moores.
we haven't. We haven't. Like, I think he's brilliant. I think Peter Moores is brilliant, but he's not. I think you need someone with a big personality who able to handle the situation.
Well, because it's a big situation you're going into.
Yeah, it's not an easy situation.
No, it's this. You need to have a big dustpan and brush. You need a big dustpan and brush to sort that one out. Talking of coaches, little question for you. Can you name all the coaches who are coaching at the moment?
Around the world?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Walters at New Zealand, McDonald, Australia, Darren Sammy, West Indies.
Yeah.
Galton Gambia.
Galton
India.
Gambia, India.
Oh, the chap at South Africa.
Vacancy, England.
South
Oh, I've got
Africa.
an idea. I've just had
Africa
another
one,
one.
I'm
It's a
not too
Kiwi. Kiwi. Daniel Vittori.
He's going to be doing the Sunrises Leeds team. He does Hyderabad in
In Manchester.
Do you know he's the Australian assistant coach as well? Phil?
Well, no, but mightn't he though sort of like want to come across?
I can't
Oh,
imagine
him and Baz.
Oh no, yeah.
Look, it's more complicated now than it was.
Yeah.
And
Well, they've
it's,
got a
how,
bit-
it's how they get leadership dynamics. I've always thought the best leaders like to control.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like that control. You're now asking someone to come and run the test team that ultimately doesn't have full control. Doesn't have full control of the whole operation of English cricket, and I think it'll take a certain time.
And I think Darren wouldn't mind that.
I think he'd be more than
I think he'd
happy.
go, no, absolutely. This is my little slot. You know what I mean? But I think
I think you might come up with it.
tell you something.
Well done, Tuffers. Brilliant, mate.
It's just being here it's your home, isn't it, Lords?
It brings it out.
brings
of me.
you
It's the
cricket
atmosphere.
sense.
It's the atmosphere.
Him. Him?
Do what?
Well,
Kim, yes.
Mike, you.
No.
Yeah,
I
why
can't
then?
wing it.
You can't.
Can't wing it. Organiser, kind of business, kind of developer, more than happy to be involved in stuff. But coach, no.
Wouldn't you do it, Sir Ali?
No chance.
Not at the moment.
Not the. Oh.
Okay, I've said it. You asked me last year about. You asked me about.
Would you ever see yourself coaching or directing? I mean, coaching. I think coaching is it's like it's an enthusiasm that you wake up in the morning. You want to coach. You want to get out there, get down and dirty with the players.
Organising, managing,
Yeah, but then there's the director's role, which is more of a. I think it's more of a business
Overseeing,
role, an
overseeing.
administration role that you're getting everything in place. The
I think
structure. Coaching is a completely different skill.
Of course it is.
It's getting the best out of people, isn't it? It's making a difference. I always think the best coach
Wait a
makes
minute,
a
breaking
difference.
news coming here. Betfair odds. Alastair Cook 22 to 1. 22 to 1.
Can you let us
What's
know?
Phil Tufnell like? Can you find out?
Well,
Tuffers,
they're
that would be a
here
shame.
today, Betfair, aren't they? They're here. That's
Phil
really good.
Tufnell, not listed. Phil.
Not listed. Not listed. Hey, listen,
David
I'd make a
Lloyd,
very
please.
good
Michael
coach.
Vaughan,
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much. I'll be
Dave.
a very good coach one day.
Ravi Shastri 50 to 1.
Not a bad shout.
Worth a couple of.
Just for a year. Just
Interim. He knows how to beat Australia.
Absolutely. Just for that interim. I think you're right, Mike.
Look, they've got 10 test matches to go till the Ashes start, so it's only 10 games to get it right.
Well, it's just as well we're playing Pakistan late on.
Yeah, but Mohammed Abbas with the keeper stood up, how are we going to play him?
What, is that down to the coach?
Well,
Was it down to the players?
Well, the players have got to coach themselves. That's when you get a good operation.
Yeah.
You understand what you're doing yourself.
Yeah.
And you
Forward D,
tinker with
mate.
your
Forward
coach, don't
D.
you? It's, well, I think we're in a position with English cricket. Look, let's be honest. The last 6 months we've had a lot to talk about, and I think Baz McCullum, his lasting legacy of a
When
Test match
is this
coach.
decision made?
Well, they want him in place for the start of the Pakistan series, which starts
That's the first
Is it
game's at
4
Headingley.
weeks?
August
August.
the 22nd, isn't it? Something like that.
Yes,
Just
they've
the
got a
third.
bit of time.
August the 22nd.
6
Well,
weeks.
no better place to start, is it?
Great. I've
6
been
weeks.
invited, of course.
Have you? Of course you have.
You could be the coach, that
Been
could be the
invited
inside.
at Headingley.
You get you back. You could be the Sam Allardyce, couldn't you?
Sam Allardyce. Who else?
Harry Redknapp.
Harry Redknapp. He's been.
Pulis.
Pardew.
Tony Pulis.
Tony Pulis. Mitch Pardew.
Were you in that advert? Weren't they on an advert?
Just how good an advert is that?
Fabulous.
Yeah. So, what's your lasting memory of Baz McCullum as a Test coach?
Pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
That's
Took
what I
risks.
pushed.
Resurrecting the joy of Test match cricket. I still remember the start of the BazBall and everything. I was like, wow, what is going on?
Do you remember when you came at tea on day 5? That
Yeah.
second test.
What, Trent Bridge?
It's going to be draw.
When
Draw
McCullum
done.
took over,
No, that's right.
cricket was big news because it was sexy.
Yeah.
And they played cricket equivalent to T20. They run out of steam. They had to change and didn't
They
change.
didn't.
Well, his last is quite. This is top level sport. You have challenges and you have great ambitions and goals. Sometimes you get there, sometimes you don't.
Here.
Well, there you go.
Who's round, is it?
I loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
He had a
I loved every minute.
I would. Oh God, I'm sure you guys in the '90s had plenty of front page news, but this team's given us plenty of action.
Oh, you're right though, Cookie. I remember Trent Bridge. We were sitting there, weren't we? Going, okay. Well,
I said,
might have
no,
been.
there's a chance.
Oh, here we go again.
Right,
here we
lads.
go again. Then we were hanging out the window, going, look at that.
Done in half an hour, wasn't it?
It could have been worse. We could have been watching Cook and Strauss.
Shut the curtains. Shut the curtains.
No, there are curtains in here.
Stick to Cricket is brought to you by Betfair. Right, community questions. What is everyone's favourite memory of the BazBall era of English cricket? Oof.
I think, do you know almost that Zach Crawley shot on the first ball at Edgbaston? Wow. You know, when he crunched that forward, there's one moment of like, that was extraordinary. And the Joe Root sweep day 3.
First ball?
Day 3, wasn't it? The most talked about dot ball in history of the game.
Yeah.
Didn't Harry Brook take leg of middle, thank you very much, and then charge the first ball?
My favourite memory was Little Ducky in India when they were backs to the wall. Got to end of day 3 or day 4. How many do you want to chase? He went, the more the merrier.
And also, just a lasting memory, a Little Ducky stood on the pavement in Noosa.
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I going?
Hey, he's one. Could he be Test match captain, Little Ducky?
Little Ducky? I don't know.
You know,
enough
where are we
about
going with
him.
the captaincy?
Don't know if Ooh.
I think, listen, I've been impressed with Harry.
Oh, he's a good captain.
He's a good captain of white ball. Why can't he do that? Is that too much to ask?
Oh, he's a tough ass to do.
Is it all tough ass?
Three
Sam
formats.
Curran?
Sam Curran,
Sam Curran.
Little Ducky.
Why wouldn't you give it
Would
to-
Andy Flower come in and go, do you know what, I've worked with Jacob Bethel for 2 years now.
Oh, it's a big ask.
I'll mould him into a captain.
He's only just finding his feet.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing something out there.
I've been
I
impressed with
personally
Harry
would prefer
Brook
someone a
in
little
his
bit.
white ball
Don't mind that.
Huh?
Don't mind that.
Young
Bethel?
captain.
Yeah, don't
Bethel.
mind that.
What, like a
as
Smith?
long as the coach says, I know this guy, I'm going to work alongside him, we're going to be very close.
Yeah.
I'm
If
gonna
Flower
push him.
comes in, you know, he'll do all the work. You know, he'll make sure the captain's just out there.
Yeah.
Captain him. So we'll have to look into that one in the future. Should this decision have been made in Jan after the Ashes?
Yes.
Okay, I agree with that as well.
Well, it would have been clearer, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So yes, we wouldn't. Yeah, we're in a tough place.
Yeah.
But can I just say one thing about it?
Yes.
It does turn around very quickly the other way as well, doesn't it? It doesn't take that long to get things back on track, and like it is like obviously we've just listed, and it probably are, you know, all the bad stuff at the minute. But it doesn't take that long to get the ball rolling in the right. If you get it in the right direction and the right time, and you get the ball rolling.
The only thing I'll say, Cookie, is, do you know when you've had someone for a while? It's almost as if the media get bored of that person being in charge.
A 4 year cycle.
Yeah, it is.
And I noticed this morning, England have got to the number 1 in the world in T20 cricket. They lose 150 over game, and all the headlines in the papers. It wasn't about it. It was McCullum.
Yeah.
McCullum loses
Well, that's
again.
the story, isn't it?
Because and once you become the story, it becomes the problem.
Well, yeah.
I think you're right. There is that sort of cycle, which I don't necessarily think's the right way, you know. But then after what's happened,
Arsene Wenger did it for ages.
Well, no, well, yeah, you go.
Then he went sour.
Fergie.
Then he went sour.
Then he went sour. There comes a shelf life that comes into view very quickly. You're right, very quickly.
Ron Atkinson at Wednesday.
There you go.
Clipperty did it a while.
There you go. Flower lost his last series 5-0.
3
in the Ashes,
Who was captain?
Move on. What might be Baz McCullum's next job? Well, we pretty much know that, don't we?
What's that?
Baz McCullum's next job is just the white ball coach.
But that is his job, isn't it?
That's all.
Oh, yeah. Is that full time? 12? Can he not go?
Listen, he's a top
That's
coach.
a good point. Can he be a franchise coach as well?
Yeah, I'm sure he can. Listen,
Imagine that. Well,
he's a top. Listen, he's a top coach. In my eyes, I think he's a good coach. Yeah, I think he's a good coach.
A good coach or a top?
Well, I don't. Listen, he'll go back into franchise cricket and coach and do well, like he's done with the white ball stuff. Number 1. All right, needs a little bit of work in the ODI stuff. I think Bumble's right. I think there just comes a time.
I bet Andy Flower didn't, in all that he won, didn't do more than 4 years.
Well, he played in every game.
He won loads.
No, there you go. Lost the last one 5-0.
Lost it 5-0.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 years.
Yeah.
Right, we'll finish on this one question. We're at Lord's. We're here for London Spirit. This year's 100. Who's winning men's and women's? Can I start with men's?
Yeah.
I'm going to Spirit.
Yeah, me too. I like the look of that.
Yeah.
That was strong.
Andy Flower will win London Spirit their first trophy.
I think. I mean, they're in my eyes the favourites.
Depends on pitches.
Yeah, and I think Mumbai Indians.
Can you win the IPL twice and then?
Yeah.
You can. Can you just keep on winning?
I just think they've got a formula.
In the franchise cricket, can you?
I don't know, but what you read out, their lineup looks strong. Lots of all-rounders, lots of
I'm
pace.
laying it. I'm laying the bet.
Yeah.
What are you going for? Not the elephant.
No, I'm laying that bet.
Everyone else
Yeah.
bar them.
Yeah, and anybody bar them. I'm laying the bet.
All right, so you're going for the other 7 ahead of.
Yeah, I'm saying.
What about the women? I reckon Leeds Sunrisers are going to be strong.
Why?
They were close last year.
Same team. They got the same.
Similar group.
Who's Nat playing for? Silver.
Trent Rockets.
Plays for the Rockets.
Alana King.
Yeah. Strong.
I'm going Trent Rockets.
For the women?
Yeah.
Yeah, not far off that. There you go, lads. Well done. Watch out for next week's show.
Yeah.
That's the London Spirits. Mo Bobat, Dinesh Karthik. That could get lively, talking franchise cricket, particularly with Alastair's views that he hates the IPL, so could get lively. Well done, lads.
Well done, boy.
This has been a Global and The Overlap production.